Sometimes the only way to manifest is to give up, and I will explain what does that mean. This giving up is not giving up on your desire. This giving up is in trying to make it happen, because no matter how much we understand the law of assumption and deliberate creation, we still end up trying to manifest things with our ego. And our ego is like a noisy and very annoying supervisor or manager who butts in our work even though we say that we got it. But ego is the same, or it's like an overbearing mother who won't let you do your thing, who won't let you grow. So, manifestation is a completely internal process of the inner man, which is our inner being, the essence of God within, whatever you want to call it. This life is the experience of the inner man. It has nothing to do with the ego. Ego is just there to make this experience more authentic for us as human beings. But this overbearing mother tries to butt in and says that, oh, I will make it happen for you. I will do this, I will do this, I will do this many affirmations, I will go call the bank, I will text my SP, your SP, and I will make it happen for you. And so, in doing all this, this overbearing mother smothers your desire. Another great example is the example of a backyard. Like you have a backyard, but you have never been tending to it properly, and now it has environment has planted stuff on it. The weeds are growing, thorny plants, and what you now want to grow has no space there. So that's what ego is. It's like an overbearing kind of, like a virus. It takes over if you are not careful enough. And so it tries to make things happen. While all you need to do is take care of your mental diet and keep the ego in check and stop letting it meddle or mess with your business. And as Nalgar says, that each seed has its own appointed hour. So once you take care of the weeds in your backyard, you clean it up. So whatever you have sown there, the plant will grow effortlessly. There is nothing to do after that. There is no work required. But again, the overbearing mother will smother you and will ask you where it is, what are you doing, what's happening with your life, are you why aren't you married yet? So that's ego. It's a great example to kind of conceptualize what ego is. So giving up on desire, what does that mean? It means to trying to make it happen, putting the ego at rest and going about your life knowing that you have planted the seed and it will come about. Because the reason is there are no big or small desires, but especially with us attaching meaning to something, like if I don't get this in my life is over, or I am ruined or whatever. So we attach meaning to desires, and by attaching meaning to a desire, we become repulsive to that desire. Have you ever noticed, especially in the case of SP, specific person, when people really want a person, they chase them and that person runs away. So this is how life works. The more you want something, you create desperation and repulsion instead of attraction. While all we need to do is consider the fact that everything exists in the mind of God, so I can give it to myself because God is in the depth of my own being. So now I'm going to let go and let God do the work. So I won't question, I won't try to make it happen. So we don't give up. The ego doesn't want to give up. The ego doesn't want to entrust the manifestation or the way it's going to come about to God, who actually does all the work. It's a delusion that ego does anything. Ego doesn't do anything. Everything is done by God. Who's growing these trees? Who is beating your heart? I can see with my eyes, but I don't know how I am seeing with my eyes. Neither do you. Something else is operating everything within. So exactly that way, this something else can manifest exactly what you want in life. So the ego does nothing, but it makes it so that it thinks that it does a lot. So all these questions I get on my YouTube channel, that what do I do, what should I do, but all of us already know the law and how to apply it. We already understand the law of assumption, but it's a leap of faith that is difficult for us to take. And we take the leap of faith from time to time for some things, but for big things we attach a lot of meaning to big things. And so this access importance, which Vadim Zeland talks about in his book Reality Transurfing, where he says that inner intention and outer intention, which is outer intention is the universe, and the universe wants to keep things in balance. So whenever a system has access importance, the universe comes in and balances it. For example, if you really want something and you're desperate for it, you are accumulating too much intention energy, and so universe balances it by keeping that thing away from you. So it sounds weird and harsh, but that's how the universe works, because the system needs to keep on going. So Vadim Zeland talks about the idea of inner intention being like, just like you go in the morning to brush your teeth, you just make an intention and you do it. Your desires, big desires in your life should be the same way. You take step by step, you make an intention, and how it's going to happen, that's the job of the outer intention, the universe. But since we attach so much importance to something, so the universe kind of keeps it away from us to try to keep in balance. But this is not really, it's just another way of Vadim Zeland is just talking about from his sort of perspective, that we do not manifest what we want, we manifest who we are. Because this is an experience where we are learning how to use our imagination and how to imagine like or as God. And so when we are putting doubt into something, when we really want something, when we putting all this excess unuseful thought power into something, the thing doesn't appear because our focus is not clear. Our focus is not, our attention is not focused on one thing. And so things don't appear, because imagination, how God imagines, is God's focus is perfect. So God focuses on a thing and it becomes. So we are learning that. So this access importance is simply that the ego comes in into the play and takes over like an annoying manager and doesn't let you do your thing, and puts doubt in you, in your mind, and doesn't let the plant grow, keeps on digging up the seed. So I started the video saying that sometimes it's the only way to manifest is to give up. And I have two examples from my personal life that perfectly explain what that means. When I was manifesting being in Russia and married to my wife, I was in Malaysia and we were in a long distance relationship for more than like 3-4 years almost. And luckily, as I'm saying sarcastically, that in those 3 years the virus thing happened, so there was no travel allowed. Nobody could go in and out from their countries, right? So she couldn't meet me, I couldn't go to her, and we were in this long distance relationship. And so I was trying to manifest, I was doing all these processes and everything. Eventually I was like, okay, I'm tired, I give up. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. When it's gonna happen, I don't care. I will just say that it is done, and I will now enjoy my life. So I just stopped the manifestation or processes or this or that, and I just started enjoying my life. I went to trips, I ate nice food, I started working out nicely. A lot of things that you would call self-love things I started to do. And voila, in a month or so, absolutely everything cleared up. And everything fell into place. We met after a couple of months we got married, and it was just as I imagined. Everything fell into place perfectly. And it happened when I gave up in trying to make it happen. I didn't give up on desire. I gave up on trying to make it happen on my perfect time, or whatever I was thinking, the plans and this and that. I let it all go. And when it happened, it actually happened perfectly the way I planned. So that's how universe works. Another example is the recent example of trying to buy this flat in Russia, and Russia is heavily sanctioned. There was no way for me to get my money into Russia. So we found a way. It was a sketchy way, and nobody in their right mind would try that, but I did, knowing that law of assumption. But since I attached so much importance on that flat, and of course money matters are dear to us, I created the drama. I lost the deposit almost. I almost lost the house because I couldn't pay the full amount. And but one thing led to another, and when the due date was gone, that the flat was out of my hands, the deposit was all lost. That is the moment I was like, okay, it is what it is. I gave up on trying to make it happen. I don't know how, in some way, shape or form, my desire will fulfill. And I said something like, I'm with my vision and the vision is complete, so I gave up on trying to make it happen. The vision will make it so. How? I don't know. And so I would just repeat this affirmation whenever I felt like it, but I completely let go of trying to make it happen, completely. I stopped calling the banks or trying to negotiate or this or that, nothing. I gave up. And in 2 weeks, which it sounds funny when it happens after that, like, bro, was it that easy? In 2 weeks, everything was sorted, and I was in my flat, sleeping in there in just 2 weeks. Why? Because I let go of the excess importance. I cleaned up my yard. I chopped all the weeds, and I let my seed that I sowed in grow. That's it. And it sounds easy in practice, but when you're really involved with the ego, you're so much into that hole, you keep on digging and trying to make it happen, and doubt and fear and anxiety, everything just smooshes in. It's difficult to see that what you're doing, but once you see it and you drop it, you let go of the shovel, you drop it, you let go of all this effort and all this drama, and you let go of the importance, and you let the outer intention of God make it happen for you. That's the instant that everything starts to work. And these two stories, I have so many. It is not even funny how many times this has happened. Like, one, I'm like, okay, F it, I don't give a and it happens. So I guess I'm trying to say that nothing is really too important in this world. This is just an experience, and we should treat it lightheartedly and enjoy the experience and keep on planting the seeds. And trust me, you will see that the plants will grow eventually, and you will be overwhelmed as how many things grow at the same time, and how beautiful and how effortless. But again, I'm not saying that I've mastered my ego. Nobody has in this experience. It's difficult. It's nosy. So just be aware of it and do what you can. So I guess this is it for this video. Until next time, bye-bye.